Hi everyone, this is Dani, and today I have my current setup for you. I'm in my personal size Chic Sparrow, Outlander, and Sojourn tan. It's very simple on the outside. I've just got some bookmarks that I made. I want to try and make this as short as possible, so I'm going to go ahead and just get into it. On the side, I've got my two pens. I'm going to take this one out because it's not a pen loop. These are both Uni-Style Fit 5-color barrels. When you open it up, this is what you see. So here I have got it's the same stuff really. I've got my clear labels, some index cards, and then I have this pickup slip for the post office. I did take out the stickers that I was carrying because I found that I wasn't using them. I was using these little tabs more, so I just left the tabs in there instead. And here I still have my Tim Holtz Crazy Bird. I just replaced the sticky notes that I had on there because I was running low. And I have this little ephemera ticket that I found in my ephemera box. I just thought it looked cute, so that has no purpose. And then in here, I've got the same thing I always have. I've got my contact information inside this envelope with my CPR certification and some stamps. I did replace my dashboards maybe like a week or two ago. And they're not fall themed, they're just things I like themed, I guess. So I have this bird one. On the inside, I still have my idea notebook. It's almost full. I think I've got 3 pages left in here. Yeah, I just got the 3 pages left. I still have my annual bill schedule in here. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this would be kind of like a rambly video because I'm going to just talk about my ideas for 2017. I will be using this annual bill schedule again in 2017. I'm not going to buy a new one. It's functional. It's just for bills. It gets tossed out at the end of the year, so I don't need anything fancy. And then here I still have my little duck. Since this notebook is almost already full, I do have a replacement ready. So I've got another idea notebook ready to go. This one used to be the one I was using in my B6 Slim, so I just trimmed it down and clipped all the old pages. And I did transfer over lists that I thought I needed in my notebook. So like my updated movies list, I moved from here to here. I still have like a good chunk of this notebook left, so I like to use my notebooks to the max. So yeah. Even though this was already used, I'm gonna finish using it. On the back of that, I've just got this I love tea thing that I found online. I just printed and laminated it, so it's on here now. And then my second dashboard. It's kind of like a divider, I guess. I think this is my favorite paper. This one holds my months. On the inside, I've got Sherlock and Watson. On the back, I've just got a caricature of my best friend and I. Then I've got, this is new. This is a folder that I made this week, I think, or last week. And I just wanted to see if I could make folders because the last time I had tried, it hadn't come out very well. So this was a success, which is nice. But I don't know if I actually need a folder. I kind of put it in here just to see if I would use it by the end of the year. And if I don't use it by the end of the year, then I'm not going to use one in 2017, or at least not start off 2017 with a folder. I did use one at the beginning of this year and it was great, but I'm not finding that I need it. So I figured one sheet of cardstock was not too bulky and I could just give it a go for the rest of the year. Then I have my DIYFish Classic Monthly in here. I keep these in for the whole year. This is going to change in the next year. I'm not using this tracker. There's a tracker on my weekly insert. So I don't think I need this for the next year. I think I'm gonna go to month on 2 pages because I do keep my monthlies in for the entire year so I can look back because I take my weeklies out. So I'm gonna go back to month on 2 pages. I'm not sure which month on 2 pages yet. I have a few that are undated, but I might go dated just because I've been feeling pretty lazy lately. I don't know, it depends how I feel once I get to working on my 2017. On my next elastic, I've got this dashboard. This is the last of the 3 that I made. This little guy I cut out from I think it was an anniversary card that my fiance gave me. I tend to keep cards and stuff like that, but I don't like the bulk of stuff just hanging around. Having too many things around me is overwhelming, so I decided to just cut him out of my little greeting card and keep him on my dashboard, and I tossed the rest of the card out. So I have a little reminder, but I don't have the super bulky cardstock. So just have them in there. On the inside, I've got my Patriots schedule and my goals list. I transferred that from my old dashboard. And then these are my inserts for November. So I'm using the Personal Classic V3 S2 from DIYFish. I keep 1 month at a time in here. So with these inserts, you get a grid sheet on the front, a grid sheet on the back. You get the monthly and then you get your weeks following that. And the way that it works is you get a weekly chart for the upcoming week a like notes page, just a page of grid, the week on one page, and then another page of grid. I don't think that I need that much room anymore. I did need it starting in September because I was starting a new semester and it was a whole new routine for me and I was feeling really overwhelmed. So all the extra space was great, but going forward, I don't think I'll need it. But I purchased like 18 months of these inserts. So I'm going to use them because I'm not going to let them go to waste. That's another reason why I'm not using the Classic Monthly, because I get the Classic Monthly in these inserts. So out here I just have a sticker, this really cute ghost from Bubba Bear Studios, a little to-do list. I did washi the edge of the monthly just because I like that look. And then as you can see, this is the same monthly that I have in here. So it's really redundant, and even though I like tracking, I haven't been doing it lately, just been really lazy with it. I still use this section for my school to-do list, and then this was last week. I've gotten used to my routine, so I don't have to use my color coding system anymore. I know what's coming up now, and as I get closer to the end of the semester, my to-do list is just shrinking because it's mainly about studying at this point for my final and for my licensing exam. I've kind of gotten ahead on my tasks for the semester. This is this week. We're basically at the end of the week and I did no tracking, so I have a little fail note there. And I told myself to work on my 2017 setup, which I have started to do. I actually already started buying some inserts. Oh, I missed that one. My annual insert from Growing Up Goddess. I already purchased the 2017 because I will be using this. It's fantastic and I love it. So I still have my school to-do list. And then here's this week so far. I did try and use my color coding system here because I knew I was making this video and I wanted to share it with you. So there's that. Don't think I didn't vote. I did vote. I voted early, just letting you know. That's why there's no vote sticker there. And still use my to-do list here. So I guess I'll just go over my color code really quickly. Like I said, I'm not really using this anymore because I'm not feeling as overwhelmed as before. Orange I use for my first class, purple for my second class, red for work, pink for important things, yellow is for things for me personally, stuff that I like to do on my own. Blue black is for appointments, green is for family things, home things, and baby blue is for my clinicals, labs, anytime I have to wear scrubs. While we're here in this section, let me show you my past months of DIYFish, and then I'll get back to it. So here are my September and October booklets. This was my very first month in these inserts. Here's an example of why I don't staple my inserts until I'm finished, because of these like weird folds when I don't get the staple right on the spine. I was making use of my monthly. I have my color code. I carried that over from past semesters. I've always used the same colors for classes, and I did some tracking. You can probably tell I was feeling overwhelmed. This was my very first week. No stickers because I was feeling that crazy. There was a sticker there because I was covering up something underneath that didn't happen. The following week I was doing some tracking. Here I started bringing in my school color code, and then here is when I started using it. So here I didn't have all my colors yet. I had ordered them because I figured that I needed more than 3 colors. 3 colors or 4 colors was what I had used in the past, and I figured I needed more. I was using, let me see, I have an empty week on this. I don't know if you can tell, these inserts have grid inside the boxes, and then there's like a half box at the very end. I started using that little column to color code things so that I knew things were happening and I didn't have to use the space to write it. So for example here, I still wrote it there, but I was trying to kind of like, I don't know, kind of like tracking my time, but not really. So I used red to show that I worked that day, orange, blue, and red, blue, because I had clinicals. So I was trying to make that work that way. Here I worked on homework for Monday and Tuesday, and I had to study. That's why I had the pink there. So I was trying to make use of that little column with my color code, and this was still kind of a hot mess. And then here was the third week, and here I didn't really make use of my color code in that little column, but I was using it up here. And then after that, still using my color coding for school. Here I made more use of that in the little column, the color coding. And as you can see, some weeks I just don't finish planning. Like, I just don't. I didn't feel like it probably, and I didn't do it. And then here I had a tracker that I didn't use, a to-do list that I didn't use. Oh, and I moved into my, this was the last week of September, I moved into October, but I did write my to-do list here. I think I transferred it over in the end. And this one I did put a to-do list on there with a little anxiety dude from Stop and Jot Crafts. And here's that monthly. As you can see, I didn't track anything. And here I think I was trying to work out my color code. I did do some tracking, listing for school, and then the first week in October. Second week, that's what that looked like. And here I was getting more and more comfortable. So I was going back to my stickers and just using my color code up here so that I remember to get things done. And here was the last week that I planned in these inserts. So that's how I was using the DIYFish. I'm still, like I said, using it. I'm just not being as functional as I was before. On my last elastic, I have this awesome dashboard. This I did not make. This is from Little Magical Things on Etsy. On the inside of this, I've just got some cutouts from my Hobonichi flyer, and I've got this little Polaroid that I got from Stickerrific. I will link them down below. This is my FoxyFix dashboard, the vinyl dashboard. I don't use it as a dashboard because I think you can tell the difference here. I like my dashboards to be bigger. I make mine personal size. They're 3 3/4 by 6 3/4, but I guess I leave more room in the spine, and then with the laminate, they just get bigger. I prefer that because they don't let my inserts show through, but I paid a lot, mainly for the shipping. I think the shipping has lowered now, but at the time I basically paid the same price of the dashboard for the shipping. So kind of just being hard-headed and using it in some way so that I can justify the purchase. I've just got this little bird that I cut out from a magazine. This is a sticker, again, from Little Magical Things. You can see that it's a cutout. And on the back of it, I use it as a pocket. So I carry stamps in it. This little dude that I got at a local event, local planner event. And then more Stickerrific packaging because it's awesome, and this chunky little bear. So I have a dashboard within a dashboard. This is from Flow magazine. I think it was a poster that they included and I just really liked it. So I cut it up and I made it a dashboard because I thought it was so cool. And on the inside of that, it's just mustard colored. I've got another booklet. This is one from Taroko Shop on Etsy. This notebook I'm using for my social media, kind of like YouTube planning. Originally, I was using this for writing down what I was eating. So like tracking my intake. My doctor told me I had to because apparently I was on my way to developing an autoimmune disorder and she wanted me to track my intake. So I have these stickers here from My Queen Bee Designs on Etsy, but I'm not one to track my intake. I tried, I did it for like 2 weeks and then I didn't do it. It's just not something that I'm good at and I enjoy doing, so I don't do it. So I just clipped those pages away and I'm using it, like I said, to track my like YouTube stuff and plan videos. I have some ideas in the works. I just haven't had time to plan them out really well, so I work things out in here. And that's all that I have on my elastics. In the back pocket, I just have a couple things. Some things always remain the same. Still have my postcard on here. I think it gives my notebook. This leather is really floppy and I feel like it gives it some structure. Plus I just love it. I don't think I'll ever get rid of this card. I really like it. And then I've got my Patriot schedule stickers from Little Planner Prints. I've got my Christmas stamps because it's that time and I need to start working on my Christmas cards. I've got some global stamps and then I've got my little sticky tabs that I like. So that's everything that I've got in here. I will continue using this setup until the end of the year. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave any questions or suggestions down below. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye everyone.